I guess this would be something of a recap on this with Andy Machete's comments about Flashpoint being a part of the Flash movie that he's working on, though he did say it's not going to be what you expect or something along those lines, which obviously any adaptation of that storyline would not be, frame for frame for, panel for panel of the comic book, but one of the little side notes was at almost the same exact time, you had, of course, Jeffrey Dean Morgan putting on his comedian mask and hinting that he had a role for a mask coming soon. And I don't think it would be the comedian, so everybody really seemed to be, enticed with the idea of him playing the Thomas Wayne version of Batman from the Flashpoint story. Another character who features prominently in that story is Deathstroke. And then we had Joe Manganiello, I think. I never get it right. I'm sorry, Joe. But he briefly appeared in the teaser at the end of Justice League, but he was supposed to flesh out this character in a sequel, and of course in the Ben Affleck Batman movie, but of course all that went up in smoke. So just to recap on this, they Bounding in the Comics, they have the Instagram image of him where he was with Jason Momoa, Aquaman, and they're at a Slayer concert, and there's the guy from Slayer. Boy, he really shrinks in front of those guys. But anyway, the main thing here was the hashtag. So the first hashtag word is Flashpoint. Yeah, Death Save Slayer, Anthrax, all that stuff. But Flashpoint. And it's like, why would he do that? And it's interesting, there he is with Jason Momoa. And of course, Aquaman, even more so than Deathstroke, plays a prominent role in that storyline as he goes to war with Wonder Woman in that story, in that alternate timeline that the Flash has to fix. And so, this is just another thing where it comes in on this, and it all happens at the same time. You can't help but be suspicious about this. And so, of course, Machete says, we're going to do a Flashpoint, just not what you expect. So, who knows? But boy, if he could just get some of those elements in there, and of course with Deathstroke it would involve Lex Luthor. I don't know that they're going to bring back the Luthor, but then again, the whole thing about Flashpoint as a film, they thought, well, this could be a solution to reboot your shared universe storylines, since they weren't happy with Justice League and Batman versus Superman and all that. And then that would be how you would do it. And then, I've said this repeatedly, it ends with, the Flash meeting up with Batman. Batman takes off the mask, and it's not Ben Affleck. It's a new actor, I guess, Robert Pattinson in this point. Something along those lines. And that's how they move on. They could recast Superman if that's what they want to do. And there you go. You're off to the races of a new shared universe. And so there you go. Then try not to mess it up this time. And that's how they could do it, and it would work within the lore of DC Comics as demonstrated by Flashpoint. So that seems like a viable thing to have done. I think they should have gotten on underway by now. The Flash keeps getting delayed all the time. Now it seems they're going forward. This is their team. This is their director, and they're going to do a Flash movie. So they got all their chairs in line, and that's how they're going to do it. But as to what this Flashpoint will be, still a mystery, of course. But boy, little clues here seem to be appearing that something along those lines might appear. Now, another thing. Now, this, of course, is extreme wishful thinking. Instead of rebooting it to the point of, to obviously change out actors, and I'm thinking there's no way Ben Affleck will return to the role, but still, instead of resetting it from just the theatrical Justice League. They reset it to where the theatrical Justice League no longer happened, and the Snyder Cut is the version that actually happened. And they restore that to canon. Yes, they could. Because at this point, I'm pretty much convinced that Snyder Cut's going to appear on HBO Max. And so then what do you do? Well, if the response to it is very, very positive, gaining subscribers and that sort of thing, then that could be a possibility that, might just bring that back and continue in that vein. I mean, all the characters except for Batman and possibly Superman, we just don't know yet, they remain the same. I mean, even Ezra Miller's Flash, who wasn't that well received by quite a few people. I know the terrible flaws of Justice League, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, and compared to other franchises, Star Wars, but still, not very good. And I don't really care for Ezra Miller and some of his comments and stuff, but his job as that character in that context, as it was, it didn't bother me that much. The jokes were a little too much, but other than that, so maybe that can work. It's still not really Barry Allen, I don't think, but this is where they're going. And who knows how it'll turn out with his own movie. Maybe they'll just say, well, he's grown a little and he's more mature and what have you, that sort of thing. And hopefully get him a better costume. I understand the mechanics and whatnot and more grounding in reality of why he has that costume, but at the same time, you didn't give him any goggles too, so he would be blind by now. But anyway, that's a extreme long shot, but still, maybe so. But it all depends on the reception of it, I think, how they go through with that. And it could be. Certainly, I think some sort of reset is being orchestrated here through the Flash movie. There were some rumors that the Wonder Woman movie might do this, but I'm thinking that's not the case. And so maybe, the Flash movie will do it. And it might just be something as simple as a few teasers or, Easter egg things at the end of it or something. Who knows? But, Manganiello could very well still be Deathstroke for the DCEU. Anyway, thanks for watching and listening. Why not like and subscribe? And check out that link description below. That'll take you to my many stores that have plenty of goodies for you. And head over to Indie Planet for my Night Night comic book. Yes, Night Night, based on my audio plays of Night Night. But now you can see him in action in brilliant color within the pages of the Night Night comic book. You can also hear my podcast over at RadioMisfits.com, and you can watch my videos at BitChute. Yes, that's Mr. Nailsin at BitChute.com.